Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film Eddington, directed by Aster. So the first thing to say is that I love the poster for this movie. The exploitation grindhouse aesthetic. This is a film that I wanted to see. My view on Aster is that he has quite quickly established himself as a really distinctive filmmaker. Each of his four features feels radically different, and all of them have a high level of craft. I really enjoyed Hereditary and Midsummer. I thought these were great films. I liked Beau is Afraid a lot less, although in one sense I think it's an incredible feat of filmmaking. For me, it's also really tedious. Eddington is his fourth feature film, and it does continue this creative experimentation. Again, it's very different than his earlier films. I think I enjoyed it more than Beau is Afraid, but I still found major flaws in it. I really liked the setup. A small town becomes the site of a giant data centre, with its environmental impact looming over the community. Woven into this are COVID restrictions, conspiracy theories, and activist politics. On paper, it's a perfect opportunity to dissect some of the societal fractures of recent years. And yet I was a little bit disappointed at how it played out. The data centre ends up being a side note. I thought this had the potential to play a bigger role. In fact, many of the themes feel like they're raised, but they're never fully developed. The film is certainly bold, chaotic, visually inventive, and performed with commitment. Joaquin Phoenix is compelling. I always worry when a director works with the same actor in consecutive films that something of the previous character may carry over. This absolutely wasn't the case here. Phoenix quickly established that this is a new character entirely. The film threads its themes with a dry, understated humour, but I found that the satire is really uneven. At its best, it does highlight the madness of our pandemic-era divisions, but there were times when it just felt smug, settling for easy targets. For me, this is most apparent in its treatment of wokeness. Aster does have fun mocking the posturing of white allies in the Black Lives Matter movement and the earnestness of anti-fascist activism. There's nothing wrong with applying humour to these subjects, but here it rarely rises above caricature. Instead of probing the complexities or contradictions of political movements, I think Eddington too often reduced them to shallow jokes. I didn't enjoy this. It's cynical, even reactionary in tone, and this is where the film feels weakest and where it feels the self-satisfaction took over. Another problem for me was in the casting. Emma Stone is oddly underused, reduced to little more than a walk-on part. It's not substantial enough to justify her A-list presence, but not playful enough to work as a cameo, so it just feels distracting. Pedro Pascal has slightly more to do, but not much. Given his omnipresence in film and television right now, his appearance feels more like overexposure than necessity. In both cases, the casting pulls focus away from the film rather than adding to it. Overall, I didn't hate this film, but I do think that taking everything into account, this is his least effective film. I think Aster does deserve credit for refusing to repeat himself. Unlike Wes Anderson, for example, whose films often feel like they're representing the same style over substance experience, Aster is taking us into new territory with each of his films. But Eddington shows the danger of a filmmaker reveling too much in provocation without enough substance to sustain it. It is daring and divisive, but for me, its satire too often feels like a cheap shot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.